Okay, well now in regards to the actual song J. Cole drops, Port Antonio, what did y'all actually think?
It's fire.
I love it.
It's fire.
The beat was cool. It's the same sample that was used on Jay-Z's Dead Presidents.
That President's beat will
By
never get
Cleo
old.
Souls.
Yeah.
It'll never get old.
Yeah, you can't.
That beat will never get old, and you can identify it.
Hey, look, look.
The beat was alright. I wasn't impressed by it because they didn't do anything unique to the sample. They didn't flip it. They didn't really add on to it to make it unique. You know, like when Just Blaze did the Pump It Up beat. That was unique. That was completely different than how Tribe Called Quest used this same sample in the What's the Scenario remix. So, in terms of the actual beat, it wasn't bad. It's just I wasn't impressed because they didn't flip it. They didn't do anything unique to it. Lyrics, Cole was spitting. However, I'm very disappointed in Cole and this material that he dropped because when he bowed out at Dreamville, to me, that should have been the end of his commentary on the beef. You put your hat out, you bowed out.
Thanks.
End of story. As I said in a Facebook post earlier, Cole dropped out in the first quarter, then joined Stephen A for the post-game analysis. I'm like, bruh, you already said your piece in May, whenever Dreamville happened. That should have been the end of it. I don't want to hear.
You shouldn't have to go back.
I don't want to hear you trying to play mediator to a beef that's already over. The smoke is cleared. It's done. And now you want to come out with this third-party commentary.
You're kind of like tearing the Band-Aid off
the wound.
You're tearing the Band-Aid off.
Now he's like, I want to be a mediator. Who said they needed a mediator? I ain't heard a diss track in 2 months.
It's over.
Yeah, it's like, why are you beating a dead horse? Because Cole said, I got to get something out of this.
That song.
So I do like Cole lyrically. He is like lyrically so precise, but like Dove said,
it's like, why are you touching on something you've already gracefully bowed out of?
I mean, that's true.
I thought it was weak.
On top of that, people are going to look at. There's going to be a segment of hip hop fans who always look at Cole a little differently.
Of course,
I
of course.
They're always going to be that. And he said in the Port Antonio, like, you know, he was free from the ranking system.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in the big three no more.
Right.
Okay, nigga.
I mean, yeah.
Weak, bro.
Because we were always raised, you wanted to be the best.
Right,
so now when I hear somebody tell me,
I'm not the big three. Yeah.
Well, that's like saying I don't want to be an NBA champion.
Right, that's fact. That's fact. Because if you in it, you in it compete. You want even if it's just friendly competition.
That's what I'm saying.
You still supposed to guys.
I wouldn't have faulted Cole if he just dropped some weak ass disses. I'd have been like, he threw his hat in the ring.
Which that's why I say he made it 10 with 7 minutes and then he's like, all right, hey, look, I'm bad.
7 minutes was weak.
You're right, it was. Like you just said it.
He had a bar in Port Antonio where he's talking about doing this for views and clicks and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
JCole, this is kind of what your song is doing. You're doing it for views.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're talking about a beat.
Right.
Like
they just said he didn't want no parts.
He didn't want no parts. So like,
what was the last diss track in there? Because I ain't heard shit, since
Not
August?
Like Us? Not Like Us ended it.
No, there was something after Not Like Us, wasn't there?
Not Like Us ended it.
Oh.
Family Matters, and then Not Like Us.
Not Like Us ended it.
Yeah. Like I say, I still hate Family. But Not Like Us.
Not Like Us they got
Like
dead.
Us
Look, they still playing in football stadiums. We about to hear the basketball.
So now, when Cole album come out, I expect it to be fire. But we're going to dissect this album.
Now since we doing it like that, like, hey yo, it is kind of weak because
we're going to dissect Cole's album left and right. Like, stuff.
Right. He can't. He got so whenever this album dropped,
Cole was weak.
Whenever this album dropped, yeah, you're right. Cause see the problem is
weak.
So now it's like whatever you drop now, you can't talk to me.
Exactly.
That's all I was saying when he dropped those bars in Port. Like you're still kind of talking a little.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, I was a gun. I would have.
So now, how long do he has to play that? Well, you bowed out, so you can't talk.
Forever.
Forever for the rest of his career.
He can't catch nobody.
He can't catch nobody.
Man, what does it look like bowing down to Drake and Kendrick and then dissing some lower tier nigga?
That is
but
true,
what
though.
if,
That
you
is
right?
true.
But what if?
You can't go down to competition.
So let's say, all right. Since you didn't want to smoke with K Dot,
It's nothing.
And hold on, you didn't want to smoke with K Dot and Drake, right? So who would be the next in line?
Nobody.
Nobody.
That was the top.
You got okay then. You got no. You got Benny and Conway and them.
I love Griselda.
No.
I love Griselda, but I hate when you elevate these names.
How about? Oh, it got to be a mainstream guy.
Future
is it, and lyrically,
Yeah.
Future ain't.
He ain't even.
It's going to chant a diss.
So now it's like JCole.
Yeah, he
really
can't. Yeah, he can't really. He can't. He
JCole
really
can't. 2024 really hurt Cole's career, and we ain't gonna realize it till next year.
So all his so every album he come out now,
he ain't never gonna be the same.
That's why the Fall Off's got to be your final album, because we're going to dissect this album so hard now.
So
because we already know your lyrical.
I mean, I'm cool with Cole quitting rapping at this point. Like, didn't want to battle. You might as well retire.
That's fact. That's fact.
Just go ahead and find something else to do. Make beats or something else.
Or just ghostwrite for other.
Oh no, brother, ain't really.
I mean, after you really look at it,
Yeah, you right.
Like
you
the
right.
grown man side of me, like I
Yeah, you
understand
right.
Cole, you know what I'm saying? You didn't want no parts.
You ain't want no
You
parts
some
of it.
grown man stuff.
Right.
But then the hip hop fan and be
It's like,
bro, like they
So
brought
what you got-
smoke to you. Like,
So what you gonna do? Like you ain't got. It's like what type of music you gonna make now? Because you can't be. You
he's
right.
still gonna make
He's
the same
still
thing,
gonna make the same,
not
but
going to
it ain't gonna
be
resonate.
we're not going to be as moved as we were before because
Yeah.
of the things that have transpired.
Bro, back down. What other MC has
Because
backed
like I
down in
say-
a battle?
Never.
Because,
Nah.
like I say, and
Nah.
even you'll agree with this. Drake gets points. Drake gets points.
Yeah.
Regardless if he lost or won the battle,
Yeah.
Drake gets points because
just
Drake
holding it
stayed
down.
in there.
Yeah.
And J. Cole just he tucked Taylor Ray.
I can't say nothing bad about
Hey,
Drake
look, you right.
compared
Like,
to J.
you know,
Cole.
like it's like you can't down Drake. You can down Drake to a point, but then it's like you look at J. Cole and be like, at least he stood there and fought. Like
Yeah.
at least
Right.
he stood there.
Right.
I can't think of this happening at any other time in
It's
hip hop history.
It's never happened.
Where a nigga said, I don't want this battle.
Yeah, it never
I've been
happened.
listening to hip hop since the mid 80s. I've never heard say, I don't want this.
So real talk. So this is all right. So now since we coming back. So the Future was directed to Drake.
Yeah.
K Dot was directing it to Cole.
Yeah.
But Drake stepped up to the mic and he and then him and K Dot was
No,
locked
it started with Kendrick Lamar on Like That, then prompted Drake to reply
just-
with push-ups. And then
No. What I'm
started
saying,
with
right? So
verse.
what I'm saying was, since we dissecting like this, right? So now where this originated off of Future album. Future had to bring in K Dot for them to make the song. Future gave K Dot the whole breakdown of the Atlanta scene because K Dot on the West Coast. You feel what I'm saying?
What
So
happened
all the
is Future put the battery in K Dot
Yeah,
back, and
he
that's
put it-
what
yeah.
happened. And
But
he
see,
went on.
but then if you really look at not only that song, it's another song. It's like 2 songs on his album. He's taking direct shots at fucking Drake. Go back and listen to Future album. It's at least 2 other songs up there that he's going directly at Drake, and Drake ain't saying shit to him.
I just hate to take Jermaine out of the top 3, which I'm gonna have to.
You
do.
have to.
Like
You have to.
I hate to take Jermaine
But he
out
said,
of the top
but like
3.
you said, he
wanna
said it
be out the
himself.
top.
He
did.
said it himself in his song.
If you don't want to compete, retire.
And on the grown man, like I said, I understand it's grown. You don't want to get into that.
Do spoken word.
And stuff
Right.
like that. But
What type of
we
music
kinda
are you
expected
going?
you to get that foolishness?
Yeah, but what type of music you gonna make now that's gonna resonate?
Folk,
I don't know.
country.
That's why this your last album. You have a big enough fan base, you might be able to recover. But the hip hop
The hip hop purists are always going to look at
Of
Cole.
course. So and that's the case. If he's so that means you're in it now just for keeping your fan
Money.
base, and your finances are going.
Yeah.
Because as of now, if you coming in from a pure list, you done tapped out by not battling.
Yeah. start making little ballads and stuff, like go the LL route now, because I mean,
making music strictly for
the women.
Okay, here we go. So LL made music for women. He can make music for like
LL showed up at battles,
uplifting the youth and families.
You gotta go different now. You can't go that hard route like you were before.
Nigga gotta do gospel.
He gotta do uplifting music.
His next song gonna be with Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
You gotta do uplifting music.
We just can't look at you the same.
I can't.
Anymore.
Or party music.
As much as I want to look at you like Cole, because lyrically,
I can't.
It's like Kendrick, Drake, and JCole ran. He ran.
Yeah, you're right.
He had to sleep good at night. You know.
And I'm glad this helps him sleep good at night.
Yeah, I hope he sleeps real good at night.
But this changed a lot of people's perception about you, because, like, in music, like you said,
it's music.
Hip hop, that's kind of what we were looking for.
Could have dropped a whack ass diss and we would have still.
Because we know
I'm just saying Cole could have.
But it's just like this, what we were looking for from you. You had always been talking it, like you had always talked it, and it came to you, and you was like,
and then tried to blame the fans. Oh no, it's about the clicks and no, it's about hip hop, nigga. It's been about hip hop. Before the internet, it was about the same.
We don't know y'all, but you have made it to a point where we feel like we know y'all, and we feel like that you would have given us the greatest battle ever.
Right.
And that's why I ride with Drake like I do.
Yeah.
Because at least Drake manned up, and when I look at Jermaine Cole now, I just shake my head. I can't believe that
you from Vietnam on top of that.
I know it's rough because it's North Carolina. You want to support North Carolina. We gonna go to Food Line tomorrow and probably see Cole there.
Go to battle for a while, then they piece it out.
Right.
But I was disappointed.
You right.
You didn't go to battle to piece it out. Like you just and that's the most disappointing part.
Okay. And you
was like OJ. He said, I didn't battle rap, but if I did battle rap, it would have been something like this.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't do it, but if I did do it, here's how I would have done it.
I would have bust your ass.
Not the OJ hip hop.
Yeah,
that's what he did.
That's hilarious.
Now he want to play mediator to two that don't need mediation.
Right.
They wanted blood. They wanted clicks to make the pockets.
And at the end of the day, I believe that they're going to squash that beat. No,
I mean
everybody squashed.
Nobody was gonna die.
Yeah, everybody died.
No beef ever.
This a lyrical. This a lyrical battle.
Yeah. That's what made it even worse.
Right.
Like
Your
life was never in danger.
As soon as they drop an album together, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be the dopest album of all time.
I don't want to hear a JCole.
No, I'm talking about Kendrick and Drake.
Like if they were when they
if they do an album together, JCole still loses his reputation.
Of course, a song together.
I know.
And then we're gonna look back at JCole again, all over again, looking like,
damn.
Oh my God! Like
what the.
But the stench still on him. He's forever tainted.
Right.
Forever tainted. Like he's
tainted.
The only rapper in the history of hip hop
to publicly announce I don't want to battle. Kid and Play and Luke had a battle, and neither back down.
Right.
Luke was going to Drake,
and then on top of that, if you listen to Luke music versus Kid and Play, he talking about
two different
booty popping music versus house music, party music.
But they still neither side back down.
Oh, KRS won against PM Dawn.
Oh yeah.
PM. Yeah. Now that was physical.
Yeah.
Okay.
KRS One was the first ones to book. If you had a beef with a nigga, they booked your ass and they came up on the stage. Now KRS said in the interview, he's like, "Look, we were just gonna come up there just like, hey, what's up? We do it lyrically because we was on the Stop the Violence type movement and everything. So they booked them to come do a show. When they got up on the stage, that's when one of the PM Dawn crew tried to swing on. He's like, yo, I had a bunch of killers with me, a bunch of shooters with me, and that's when that shit went
and like
down.
you said, it's not like this was a street beef. Like like when Beans and Jadakiss got into it, you're worried about people. Like people might get hurt over this.
Right.
Like
this ain't a Dolph Gotti beef.
This was a booth, a studio beef. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And you
those millionaires, nobody wants to hurt nobody.
Right, ain't nobody dying. Just want some music.
You back from that.
And on top of that, I'm gonna give everybody their credit. They gave us great music.
That's what
Kendrick
they did.
Kendrick
They
and
did.
Drake were
Yeah, they
dropping
did.
dope songs.
Yeah.
Outside of Not Like
Euphoria,
Us.
Not Like
And Not
Us,
Like Us.
Family Matters.
Yeah.
I thought the
Them
AI
beats were
Tupac
trash.
but nevertheless, it was creative. Music was going, and that was
It put, like you said, it put the music industry on pause. Nobody wasn't doing shit.
Nobody dropped nothing.
Nobody dropped nothing. If they did, you didn't hear about it.
And JCole steady saying, no, don't do this. No, please. I'll be back.
I'm sorry.
If I'd have did it though, I would have got them.
But I had to sleep good at night.
I'm sorry, North Carolina. We take it out.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
We take the views out.
we
And the
took-
hip hop community will
Yeah, we
always
took-
be known
yeah, we
for the
took one.
state who
We supported
had the
Cole,
rapper
so we
who.
ride for Cole.
Not saying we don't love Cole. Still.
Yeah, we love him still. Yeah, we still love him, but goddamn.
You know, I get it.
Yeah,
but they don't get it.
supposed to throw your hat in the damn ring.
That's all I'm saying. North Carolina probably never
That
had a
was,
person in that
and you
position
right, and
again.
now and look, and now since you put it that way, just imagine you got in the ring that every in this state that putting out music coming all over, coming here to check NC out, and you would have led this whole and you let the whole state down. You just don't understand. It was bigger. It was bigger than you. This scene was bigger than you.
So
this
he need to remix Let Nas Down to Let NC Down.
It kind of
need to
was
do a
big.
remix.
yeah. You know what?
It really opened up.
You know what he did? He would open up a whole new way.
That would have got the battle leagues popping if
Yeah.
Cole came with some fire.
Yeah, if Cole would have threw his hat in the ring with these two major big dogs from the West Coast, from North, you feel what I'm saying? Now you got the Southeast, and like I said, that would have took North Carolina on push it over the top.
And we're riding with you, Cole, regardless of what.
Yeah, even if you got slaughtered, which I wouldn't think you would
Like
have.
Jeff said, if he would have dropped whack diss tracks, we wouldn't.
Right.
We would have called him Black though.
Right.
But we
Tracks,
still would have
not him.
Right.
But we would have rolled because it's Cole.
This shit
And
was-
then you just.
This shit was bigger than him, and
this shit was
bigger than him, and he put it on himself. Like, hey, I don't want no part. You are the wave of North Carolina. You supposed to put your hat in the ring, and threw them swinging them punches. You supposed
Question two: how come none of Dreamville went at none of these and fought? At least fought the battle or stuck up for Cole.
Because they say
he was even saying a little stuff like Absol and them were.
Cole told them to probably.
He probably told him, "Hey, calm down."
Yeah.
And then when you making $250K for a show, just because you ain't gonna mess that paper up, you gonna shut the.
Baby might be the realest.
That's it.
The baby might be
He
the
is.
real. Like,
They ain't no might be. He is,
baby's
nigga.
it.
He is.
Like,
He is.
baby
He
not
would
a
not have
duck
ducked that shit. The guy. We had the wrong.
Baby would have been like me at Walmart.
So me getting on in this major battle, what I survived. Baby is the only survived cancer culture.
Yeah.
So if that had JCole place, boy, what?
Have JCole and the Baby ever collaborated?
No.
Yeah,
It-
they got the down underbeat. It's J. Cole, the Baby, and Luke.
And Luke. Oh,
Luke.
Luke.
I know you've heard this song.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you tonight.
I mean, yeah.
And the song is fire.
Okay.
I was playing that all last year. That was my
What album is it on? Is it a Earth King?
Dreamville. Yeah, it's a Dreamville album.
Oh, it's a Dreamville compilation.
That song dope.
But yeah, we just had the wrong guy representing NC. If that was the Baby in that position, he would have been the dog. That would have got in, and look, I love K Dot, but I'll put my money on the Baby though, for real. That
Against
nigga-
K-Dot?
Yeah.
Not rhyming. Like,
Yeah, nigga. No, nigga. No. Hey,
K-Dot is
listen.
a
Hey, listen.
rhyming
No.
monster.
Listen.
Even I'll admit
Listen,
that.
dog. Listen. I'm a K Dot fan. So for me to say this, that's some big ass. This raw, bro. If again, one, you gotta look at it.
I'm not saying the Baby ain't raw.
No,
but
when I say, listen to what I'm saying, raw. Not only he's raw, he got that old our status like coming up in the hip hop when it comes to making hip hop music. Because remember, he was signed under Ludacris and shit. So the tutelage that he got up under that, and based off of what his talent, yo, he's that. And I promise you, if he took the place of JCole in this beat, that I know for a fact he would have dog walked Drake. I ain't even gonna stunt.
Baby would have beat Drake.
The baby would have beat Drake. Him and K Dot, that would have been a tie, he would have dog walked Drake.
No, what I was saying,
I'm saying
the baby
that
going to jump in for the smoke. He might not do nothing. Yeah. He might not do nothing.
He's going to drop a couple of bars.
But he going to get in for the smoke. J. Cole just walked away with his hands
right.
behind his
back. And all I'm saying is, I'm taking it even further. I'm saying he would have, if he got into it, he would have obliterated.
Pulled the menace to society. We supposed to be brothers. That's what
no, he pulled a tray from Boys and let me out the car. Let me out the car.
Let me out the car.
That's exactly.
Boys in the hood.
Yeah,
let me out. Let me out the car, man.
Let me out the car.
Or if it was there, Juice. What you doing, man? You trying to shoot old man Quillas? you trying to take the gun out of Pac's head? And yo, man, you scared?
The gun.
Right, guns of power. So yeah.
Jeez, this gonna be a hard. This hard one to swallow, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Well, it's hard for us because we in Carolina. We support all the Carolina artists.
Right.
We still kind of support Cole, but he really let us down.
He did. He let the state down.
I really be on these hip hop sites, and when they post stuff about Cole, I just read the comments.
Yeah.
And JCole is in the comments.
Yeah.
Like
I said, it's forever.
The comments aren't pretty.
Well,
yeah. Now there's gonna be some white people
look,
who are gonna
said,
continue
boy,
loving
stop.
him. What's that?
He said, boy, stop.
Yeah.
The comments aren't pretty.
He let the state down.
He damn sure let the state.
He did, because if he just even if he went like 3 rounds, you open up doors.
He could have just left 7-minute drill up on Spotify and never took another song. And we would have still been like, hey,
it's still been all right.
After right now, once you look back on it, it's the apologizing.
Yeah,
it's the apologizing.
Yeah, that makes it even worse.
That
makes it even worse.
It's the apologizing that sticks out. Like you apologize, and ain't nothing even started.
Right.
They ain't even got started yet.
Right.
Stop it, please.
I'm sorry for this battle, y'all.
Yeah, man, I don't want no parts. And then So now since we coming full circle and we dissecting the song,
it's the apology. It is the apology. Now Dreamville next year.
What we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know what Dreamville's gonna be
exactly.
next year.
We gonna have charity drives and shit. That's just the
because we used to get excited. He might bring Kendrick. He might bring Drake.
Neither one of them coming.
Gonna bring Kurt Franklin out. Like, yo, I've changed sides, y'all. I've discovered these.
I don't know what Dreamville's going to be.
You gonna bring Shirley Caesar?
I don't know what Dreamville's going to be next year. I know the ticket's going to be $500, but I don't know.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Well,
I'll take him out the top 3.
Yeah.
Or big 3.
Yeah.
He out of top 5.
He might be out the
top 10.
Like what you?
Damn, how far you fall?